So I was scrolling through the Steam store page earlier this afternoon and I saw right on there, Rome Total War Remastered. I hadn't heard of this news before, so it was quite a big shock, but I knew I needed to do some sort of information video talking about what would be added for viewers such as yourself, who, I'm assuming, have either heard the news and want to know more, or might have clicked on this due to not knowing about the remaster before seeing the video title. So, in this video, I'm going to be talking about some of the information that's been released so far on the Steam store page. The first thing I want to talk about is the improved visuals. Creative Assembly are keeping the classic Rome visuals, but they're adding slight improvements to modernise the game and make it more accessible for the 2021 gamer. These include 4K optimization, so you can massively increase the resolution you play the game at, as well as ultra widescreen support, so if you've got a bigger monitor you can still play the game without problems. The game is also experiencing a big upgrade to certain visuals such as remodelled units and buildings, and certain objects such as horses and walls. It seems like Creative Assembly is trying to keep the classic look of Rome Total War, however they're modernising it with slightly better graphics. However, by looking at the Steam store page you can see these aren't next generation graphics. They are closer to Rome Total War than they are to other 2021 games. Other Battlefield visual elements Creative Assembly are adding is dust clouds and heat haze. These are minor touches, however they will certainly be noticeable if you're playing the game lots and directly comparing it with Rome Total War. Finally, the campaign map has been overhauled with new textures and higher resolution models for both the cities and the agents that move around on the map. Up next, we have a host of modernising features that Creative Assembly is bringing into the new remaster to make it more accessible for the modern gamer. The previous features were simple visual upgrades to make it nicer to look at, however not play any better. Next we have gameplay features that will actually make it more accessible for gamers such as myself who haven't really experienced older Total Wars from 2004, 2006, where the camera is different and how you play the game is much more different to how current Total Wars are. So, getting started, we have improvements to the in-game camera to make it feel more fluid and more modern. So if you've gotten used to camera work in the more modern Total Wars, you should feel more at home, because Total War Rome and Total War Medieval 2 play quite differently. So it is nice to see an improved modern camera. Next we have improvements to the campaign mode map rotation with a wider zoom level. This again just adds to make it feel a bit easier for players to get into, not having to adjust to the older style of camera. There will also be additions that improve the UI and user experience for the campaign map mode, such as heat maps that make it much easier to see the effects of diplomacy and nation security, so you can predict rebellions, that sort of thing. Also icon overlays and additional UI improvements that make the game a bit more cleaner and match with the high resolutions that the game now supports. Okay, now I'm moving on to some features that aren't really to make it more accessible for modern gamers, but actually are additions that Creative Assembly have added that improve upon the first game. So the first thing they've added is a huge amount of new factions that were previously locked in Rome 1. This takes the total amount of factions now up to 38 playable factions, with the 16 additional previously locked factions now being playable. Another big feature they're adding is cross-platform multiplayer. This is the first for Total War in any of their games. It allows Windows players to connect in the multiplayer with any other system such as Mac or Linux. Finally, there's an addition of an agent type, Merchant. Merchants allow you to set up trade links across the map, gaining access to resources and buying out rivals so you can increase your net profits per turn. I'm not sure how these are exactly going to work, however I'm assuming they're going to work probably quite similar to the Medieval 2 merchants, but they may improve on them even more. So the final information is the half price offer. The game is going to be half price from £25 to £12.50 for anybody who owns Rome Total War This is going to last until May the 31st, so if you're interested in buying the game, it's best to pick it up now for £12.50 before it's too late. And finally, the game releases on April the 29th, so you can pre-order it now for £12.50 if you own Rome Total War. If not, you can buy it at £25. Hope you guys enjoyed the video. I will be doing a campaign series on the game when it releases in April the 29th. If you want to see that, or if you want to see some of my other videos that I do on other historical games, subscribe to the channel, and if you enjoyed the video, I'd appreciate it if you gave it a like. So, thanks for watching, and I'll see you in another video.